Good morning, friends. I would say it's bright and early here. It's just early. It has been so cloudy and dreary in Jersey that I'm getting those winter blues. I'm not sure where you guys are from, but if you're also feeling the winter blues, I'm gonna make a dish that gives that summer feel, or if you feel like you're in New York kind of feel. I don't know if you've tried those Halal Street Cart Chicken and Rice Bowls. We love them and it's so refreshing. I'm gonna do my own little take on it. It's not gonna be completely authentic, but it is delicious. My husband loves it for meal prep and we love it for a delicious lunch or dinner. So I'm gonna be making a big Middle Eastern salad. This will be for the bowls, but also for the week. I love to pair it with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just a really refreshing salad. And then we're also gonna be making chicken thighs, yellow rice, and a delicious yogurt mayo sauce. So let's get started. I hope you guys like this recipe. And if you wanna see more recipes like this, don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to put that bell icon so you hear the when I post a new video. So let's get started. First, we're gonna go ahead and make our vegetable salad. You're gonna need some lemon juice for this. You could use Santa Cruz organic lemon in a pinch. I love having this on hand. We have kosher salt, English cucumbers, these are seedless, Roma tomatoes, these are beautiful. We have some fresh parsley, 2 sweet onions, and then I also have bell peppers. Some will be for snacking, and then we also have some olive oil. Now I'm prepping everything to the side. I like to lay a kitchen towel down, a clean kitchen towel, and then put everything as I wash it onto this towel so it's easier for me to prep. So if you're looking for easier ways to prep, I find that washing everything and then setting it to the side fully washed and letting it dry really helps me organize and save time. I like to get started by making enough for our recipe, but also I like to use my time wisely, so some of this will be for the fridge. Now I do have a food processor that chops, but unfortunately we were using it during Thanksgiving to shred cheese, and I'm so sad to say for some reason it grated the pusher, so now I can't use it, and that was my first time using it for cheese, so I'm really upset and bummed about that. So I'm reduced to using this little chopper. I could chop it by hand, but these are tedious chops and I find that it just does it more uniformly in this little chopper, so that's why I used it. And I think most of you probably have this. If you don't have one of these choppers, let me know if you prefer chopping by hand or if you'd like something like this. My little guy, as you can see, he's coming in to snack. He loves his fruits and vegetables, which I love having it ready for them whenever they're craving it. It's just easy and visible in the fridge. As you can see, we use glass containers so you can see it as well. Whenever I'm using the press and chop, I like to put the skin side up. I feel like it cuts better that way. I will say I do sometimes struggle. You'll see me using 2 hands and pushing really hard. Now with tomatoes, I don't like to cut those that there's so much skin exposed because sometimes they just smush. So what I like to do is cut them into rounds, and I will also cut them so this way that they're not really long chops. You want to make sure that you're getting chops that are nice, small little dices. Now we're going to remove the stems from our parsley and bunch it up and then give it a nice chop. I want to know from you guys. A lot of people will tell me, oh my gosh, there's no flavor in parsley, but I find that parsley has this beautiful herby flavor. I can't put a name to it. It's not as strong as cilantro or obviously things like basil and thyme, but there is a nice herbiness, a freshness from parsley. I like to give that a really good chop, and then we're just going to put everything together in a bowl, mix it together with the wet ingredients. Now don't worry, everything is linked below. I have a website with all of these recipes for free. We're using some extra virgin olive oil, using some of that lemon juice. We're using some kosher salt as well. And you want to salt this to taste. I know that it's going to need a little more, so I added a little bit more, but I want you to mix it, add it all together, and then taste it. I always wait at least 1 to 2 minutes after seasoning with salt. I will say this is going to develop even more flavor in the fridge, so keep that in mind. Then we're just going to set this in a big container that we used before, which I have filled to the tippity top. And I love using glass because I can see what's inside it. If you have ADHD or any neurodivergency, I find that it's just easier for me to see things in the fridge as well as my family, that we know it's there and we can enjoy it. Now we're going to get started on our marinade for our chicken. I'm using some fresh garlic and a little bit of cilantro. If you don't have cilantro, you could also use some ground coriander. We're going to be using some extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to go in with more lemon juice. I like to use lemon juice, so this is why I'm using the Santa Cruz, because I just needed a lot today. Every recipe had it, and I did not feel like juicing lemons. Then we're going to go in with our seasonings. I'm using some dried oregano. You could also use fresh if you'd like, but I have some dried on hand. Then we're also going to use a little bit of cumin, kosher salt, ground paprika, and then pepper. Now, if you wanted, you can add other seasonings to this. One thing I will mention is instead of using kosher salt, you could also use MSG if you do use MSG. MSG will just really bring all the flavors to life a little bit more than regular kosher salt. Once I tidy my space, I like to go ahead and blend this up. You want to make sure that the garlic is nicely minced and also that the cilantro is nice and chopped. I had a little piece stuck in the lid, so I went ahead and blitzed it again, and then it got the perfect consistency. Now, I have a question for all of you guys. I have been noticing more bones in my chicken thighs, and these are boneless and skinless, and it is not brand specific. I've tried organic, I've tried conventional, and I've just noticed that there is a huge increase in bones. It takes me about 20 minutes to clean the chicken thighs, and I'm removing the bones, the veins, and the fat. But as you can see, I literally massage the entire chicken thigh because I know that I'm gonna find bones or something that needs to be removed. So I'm just curious if you guys have been noticing that too. So once I've cleaned my chicken, I put it into a dish, make sure it's all clean, and then I do like to weigh it. My chicken is 2 pounds after cleaning. As you can see, there's not much fat on them. There's no bones, and I've removed anything that was yuck. We're going to take that marinade and pour it right over top of our chicken. And I like to let this marinate anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. This is not one of those things that you want to marinate overnight because we do have that lemon juice in there and it will break down the chicken into like a mush, and you don't want that. I'm going to use my hands and just go ahead and massage that marinade into the chicken. And this just ensures that every piece is super flavorful when I go to cook it. And then we're just going to go ahead again and put that in the fridge now. My husband loves this white sauce that they put on chicken and rice bowls in New York, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. I have a bunch of seasonings in here. I think they use fresh, but I did not feel like chopping anymore, so I went ahead and used what I had and shook this up. We have some mayo, Greek yogurt, a little bit of oregano, parsley, salt, pepper, and then we also use a little bit of lemon juice. I like to make it a little bit thinner because my husband does like to use a large amount, and I find that that helps give it the tang that he's looking for, as well as keeping down the calories. We're adding a little bit of olive oil to the pan now, and I'm going to be making our yellow rice. I'm adding in the seasonings, which is cumin, paprika, turmeric, salt, and pepper, and then we're toasting that, and then we're going to toast the rice a little bit, then add in a little bit of chicken bouillon, and then add in our water, so this way we can cook our rice. I'm going to let this come to a boil, then we're going to cover it and simmer and let it cook. We let our chicken marinate for a few hours, and now I have my cast iron hot and ready with a little bit of oil. I'm gonna take a fork and put them right into the hot cast iron. And then I wanna make sure that they're flattened too. You would wanna make sure that there's no spots that aren't gonna get cooked because it can bunch up a little bit. So just make sure they're flat. I'm gonna go ahead and cover my rice. Then we're gonna let the chicken cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once that's done on one side, we're gonna flip it to the next. And I do recommend using a thermometer. You wanna make sure it reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you don't want to cook your chicken on the stove, you could also bake it in the oven. I love baking boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I will do it at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes until they're 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're just going to make sure they're flat as well. It's very hard to overcook chicken thighs, but you do want to keep in mind that you want to cook them until that temp so they are still juicy. And then we're going to stack them up and then give them a nice chop. And then I just chop it into bite-sized pieces, but if you preferred, you could also keep them whole. It's just easier to meal prep and serve like this. Then we're going to give our rice a stir. It is done and ready to enjoy, and you could see the turmeric gave it that beautiful yellow color. When I'm plating it, I like to put a nice coating of rice on the bottom of the bowl, and I fill that with rice. And this is my husband's portion, so it's a little bit more than I would give myself. Then we're doing some chicken, and I just do about a handful. Then we're gonna go in with our vegetable salad that we made earlier, and I give him a double scoop of that. It is so good with this all together. And then he loves a lot of that sauce, so I just go ahead and go to town and drizzle. Once we were done eating, I put a layer of rice in 2 dishes as well as some chicken on top of it. This is going to make 2 lunches for my husband. This recipe could easily make 5 to 6 lunches on its own, and you could have them for the week. I'm also putting the vegetable salad to the side because if I put it on top of the chicken and rice, it would just get soggy and it wouldn't taste as good. So I like to serve these to the side. Now, I'm curious if anybody else is like me. I have this little drawer, as you could see, full of mason jar lids. I have fully gone plastic with lids, so I'm just curious if anybody else uses them too. They are just so much easier, and I can meal prep a little bit easier than using the rings and everything, so I find that these are great. Now it's time for a kitchen reset, and I'm just tidying my kitchen after all of that cooking. I thank myself all the time for doing this. It's something that you can do for yourself, so this way your future self will thank you. I know I have a lot of cooking tomorrow too, so it's gonna get messy again, but if I just keep on top of it, it doesn't pile up. Next week, I'll be back with a delicious way to break down 5 rotisserie chickens for meal prep, which I just have for grab and go in the freezer whenever I need to make a meal. But also, more importantly, we're gonna be using the bones and everything that we haven't used to eat on the chicken for bone broth. We're also gonna be making a chicken and rice soup. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. I have a bunch if you haven't checked them out.